Blackjack Online Review. Blackjack is one of the oldest and most popular table games played in brick and mortar casinos. With the birth of online gambling sites, developers have created the internet version of Blackjack that you can play from a computer or even mobile. Whether you prefer gambling from your PC or smartphone, you follow the same rules to win. Here, I will explain how to play Blackjack online and give you some tips to improve your winning chances. Blackjack is played with the standard deck of 52 cards. But before we delve into how to play Blackjack online, you should understand the aim of the game. In Blackjack, your objective is to beat the dealer. You aim to have a better hand value, but not without busting. That is, going over 21. However, if the dealer hits that value and you don't, you lose. Likewise, if you go over 21, you also lose. Since the game is centered around that number, it is also called 21. How to play Blackjack online. One thing you also must understand about how to play Blackjack online is what the cards mean. The suits don't matter, you only have business with the number on the card. 2 to 10 represents their exact number. So if you have a 3, you get 3 points, while a 10 means 10 points. The Jack, King, and Queen are also 10 value cards, so having any is the same as having a 10. The last card is an ace, and it plays an important role. It is unique because it can stand as an 11 or 1, depending on which value best suits your hand. For instance, an ace and a 3 could be 14 or 4. Next, we'll talk about how the cards are dealt. Gameplay. 2 cards are dealt to the player and the dealer, but one of the dealer's cards is kept face down. The player then has the opportunity to hit or stand. Hitting would mean accepting an extra card, but you only do this when you're sure it would not cause you to go over 21. Standing means you're good with your card value because accepting an extra card will be risky. After the cards have been dealt, the player has to hit and take another card. Now, if the total value is 19, the player stands. The dealer then reveals the face-down card, which determines if he would also hit or stand. Since the total card value is 17, the dealer stands. Seeing that you have a better hand, you win the betting round. The payout is the next thing to know about how to play Blackjack online. If the player wins, he gets an even pay, which is exactly the same amount that he bet. You can also have the same value as the dealer in some cases. If this happens, no one wins or loses, and the next betting round begins. Another way you can win is to get a blackjack hand, an exact 21, also called a natural. This is when you receive an ace and a 10 value card as your first 2 cards. Provided that the dealer doesn't have the same hand, you win. The blackjack hand pays higher, with a ratio of 3 to 2, so if you bet $200, you get an additional $300. There are other player decisions you can make besides hitting and splitting. You can split when you have a pair of cards with equal value, and it's only available for your first 2 cards. When you split, you basically have 2 hands, so you're going to place another bet and click the option to split. You're then dealt cards on each of these hands, and just like the normal strategy, you decide to hit or stand. However, if you get a pair of aces, you can only be dealt 1 more card after you split. You can also double down when you have a good hand. In this case, you place an equal bet and the dealer gives you only 1 extra card. This move increases your payout, but it's also risky, so you should only take it when you have a good hand. Some casinos offer a surrender option where you forfeit your hand and half of your bet after the first cards are dealt. So, here's how to play Blackjack online. You only need to know the basic strategy, which is learning when to hit, stand, double down, split, or surrender. While the casinos always have the advantage, following basic strategy cuts this advantage in half.